Hey friends, and welcome to a new episode of Is It My Team? Or Do I Suck?
Cornflakes, Plat 3 Ashe player. And he thinks he belongs into Diamond. I carried as much as I could, and I think I should be Diamond. My aim isn't perfect, but I still had more impact than anyone else. I felt let down by the tank. Everyone else was good. Blaming the tank is a meme, but in this game it felt deserved. What could I have done differently besides hitting more shots? The shots is actually the least important factor. I sound like propaganda because I say this shit every video now, man. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's see. You said your tank fed and you did well. That being said, you do have a mercy pocket. You need to do well. You need to do more than anyone else on your team because you're basically taking up 2 heroes, right? That's not you carrying harder, that's you having an instant heal and damage boost available. And now, instead of relocating, using a grapple to going to point, you're fighting very close range against 2 characters that actually eat you alive close range. Your tank that you blamed, like maybe it's gonna start feeding, but your tank actually created... this is so funny to me, man. Blame the tank while he's the carry and you die first. Classic. Actually gave you the space to do what you just did. You were out of position, you didn't really hit a lot of shots, right? But that doesn't even matter. This space that you have, that you use by whiffing shots right here, you wouldn't have if your tank wouldn't exist. And your Mercy is probably gonna have troubles resing too. But your tank is actually saving the day. Like, brother in Christ, man. And yeah, your Doom is kinda deep now. This is probably an overcommitment by your Doom. But...
the fuck?
If you used that cast time to shoot one more bullet, he would have died, and the rest probably wouldn't even have gone through. Now, it works out because you hit... Well, no, never mind, you missed. It was the Bob hitting the shot. It doesn't matter too much at the end, because the Mercy still dies, but she got a res off, right? Now they have 3 of life, and you're in melee range again. Is that your tree? It's actually your tree. What is little bro shooting at? You're still frontlining. Why are you playing Ashe like a melee character? And you're blaming your tank? Your tank has done more than you so far. In fact, I think you're the weakest link of the team. Yeah, I'm eating with a spoon. I was lazy today. I feel like an animal, okay? Don't judge me. So at least you're keeping your distance now, which is fine. Good dynamite. You can take. Again. Would like a different angle compared to your Hanzo, but see, now you're playing the game correctly. This is correct distance. Okay. Your Hanzo and your Doom get the intro picks. You did nothing. You're actually gonna blame your tank for this. People in like lower ranks value aim way too high for how little it does compared to just being smart with your positioning and shit. You have Bob, you're the first on point. Not the best Bob, not the worst. I would have waited until they committed in, to be honest. That was a good boop. Nice. Okay, hit the dynamite. I think your Mercy could have healed you there, maybe to live. But again, you're kind of close there again. You shouldn't have been that far forward, man. You're still very far forward. Like, get the fuck out. Thank you. Grapple back at least. And now you're... It's not the most amazing aim, but... You do realize there's an alternate fire mode on Ashe that is actually quite useful. The left click that can burst people, right? And I don't think I've seen you left click once, like a normal like hip fire. I don't think you know left click exists on Ashe, but that's okay. You captured the point. And here's where I would play high ground. You have another Bob. You found Bob really fast. I don't know why you're sitting on point. You could have grappled 5 seconds ago and taken this high ground. And you sit where your Ana sits, and you can just look down main. Shoot everyone here, right? Or look down left side and shoot everyone here. Instead you're like completely exposed in the open. And if they push you, you have to use your grapple to get away. And then you don't have to grapple for anything else anymore. Like you're frontlining against Reaper. See, and now you use grapple and you can't have no way to get high ground anymore. Okay, Bob. Okay. I mean, good capture. Funny thing is your Mercy actually kind of realized you're not doing enough for her to be on Mercy. And you went to Ana, which I agree with actually. So now they're on Far Mercy. That's your job to kill. And you will probably need help by one of your teammates. Whiff, whiff, whiff. Whiff, whiff, whiff. Okay. I mean, it's a 1-for-1. Could be worse, could be better. But they have a Mercy, so if they get the res off here... It's a low value play to go for that. Because a good Mercy will not die unless you're God Amongst Men. It's a bad play to go to shoot that. But you need to hit those shots. You need to hit those. They were like... If you hit like one more shot, he dies there. But you whiff too much. And that was the first time I would say that was actually an aim issue by you. So you can touch. And I hope that bob lands on point, but I don't think it will. Yeah, that was a horrible bob, actually. It's actually super essential to put the bob in this corner, right? Or that corner. If they don't peek it, they won't do much, right? But if he's right here, then you would have probably killed that Pharah again. He was like 1 HP, right? That was a bad bob, man. Final point to decide it all. And then you fall like behind and lose a few fights in a row. This is where teams crumble. They use Greek Gold, which is scary. You want to play in the tree. Just try to stay alive here. Good boop on the Reaper. They have a res. It's unlucky. They're using a lot of ults here. They're using a lot of ults here. So they used Mercy ult, Reaper ult, Kiriko ult, and Junker Queen ult. Okay? They used 4 fights against your 1 to win that. That's okay. You didn't have ults. Ideally, you play slow here. Make sure you don't die, okay? No. And you are actually the next person to come up on ults here. And yeah, shoot the Pharah. Stop shooting the Mercy. If the Mercy is not super exposed and you feel like she has decent movement, she will get away. She will get behind cover most of the time, unless you play godlike, right? So if the Pharah is like super easy to hit, like right here, and the Mercy is like kind of elusive, go for the Pharah, unless she's like super exposed. Good pick. You need to bob. It's basically last fight. Yeah. Hit that shot, okay? Kill that. Kill, kill, kill. Kill! 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 Huh? So you coach gun yourself away from a 1 HP Junker Queen, even though she's not even looking at you. Instead of using the coach gun to touch point, you have 5 seconds left or 4 seconds. It's enough to walk these 2 meters. I know they have a Pharah, but someone has to touch. They're both 1. Like, imagine you don't coach gun, you hit 1 left click instead of zooming in and whiffing twice somehow on a tank. Kiriko ult for next fight, you have Hainoon for next fight, you have Nano for next fight, and you're coming up on D.Va ult. And what do they have? Nothing. And they have 1 fight left. You just win that entire game. And you have the balls to submit this replay and say, you did more? My aim isn't perfect, but I still had more impact than anyone else. What the fuck are you smoking? I gold damage, mommy. You had a Mercy pocket for like a round and a half, a point and a half, where you whiffed most of your shots. You played in the wrong spot, you never took an off angle, you sucked your other DPS's toes the entire game, your aim is mediocre at best, and you blame your best player, the tank, who actually tried to hard carry you on Doomfist while you stood there doing nothing, while not even knowing about basic game mechanics on Ashe.
Stop! He's already dead!
It's not your team. You suck. I've watched 3 replays today. These players have been the worst of the worst that I've ever had to witness. That was kind of harsh. Focus on yourself, man. Lots of things you can improve, and you'll get better, okay? You wanted more console replays? Here's another one. Sea Lord 74. I'm currently in Plat 2, and I think I deserve mid to low diamond. And he says, I'm actually in shock at this game. Admittedly, I played better than I normally would, but I completely carried this game, getting more final blows than my tank or other DPS even had kills. I don't think I ever died first in a fight, and I pretty much always got the opening pick. I think I played almost perfectly as far as the plat players go. Well, you can't play almost perfectly as a plat player. If you're a plat player, you're not playing the game correctly at all, right? But let's see what you have. Controller Andy, number 2. Mercy is not great in the current meta. She can work with something like Ashe, but you're playing positionally correct, I'd say. And the aim doesn't seem too bad either. I would either... Nice awareness on the Genji, got a pick off. But here's the issue, right? Yeah, your team just dies because you don't have enough heals. I don't know if you asked for the Mercy or if she's just, you know, a Mercy player. And I also understand why you're doing well, right? I'm not saying you're playing bad. Like, you have hit some decent shots so far. This is pretty good. Better than the average GM PC player. Auto aim kicking in. No, it's pretty good. And if you keep this up, I can almost guarantee you would win this game. Okay, I don't know about that bob, but it's not bad. Probably can burst the Pharah. Yeah, Pharah, Zarya. Okay, and then... I don't want to do this. The nano-bladed Genji somehow didn't kill you. You should have died first there. Should have been aware of the Genji, but... I'm actually smiling because if you actually end up somehow losing this game, like how do you end up losing this game? And now you're getting kind of cocky to where you're actually in the open now, right? And now you have to back out. I mean, they used a lot of ults there, right? Your team is probably better off just dying on point here and going again. I don't know why your Orisa ulted up here down 2. Well, it's 30 seconds left. I was gonna say it's last fight, but it's not quite last fight. That's a very early window by your Bab, but you can probably make use of it. Dynamite does double damage if you throw it through the amp. It was on cooldown there, so couldn't really do it. Don't know why your tank went ball. He had more than enough time to touch with something else. Is this actually a winner, guys? Dude, it's so refreshing. I watched like 4 replays, and every single one was awful players. Today was like the worst day I've ever... Like, usually I spend like, you know, like a few hours a day, like when I have the time to go over a lot of replays in one go. Today was awful. But you're popping off! Let's go! Okay, your tank is running into a spawn and minefielding. Questionable play. Questionable play. I get you tried to push up there. You're probably dead to that. Funny thing is you actually ran out of the immortality. You were actually in the immortality for a second, but I don't think it mattered. The fact that you all died fast means you at least have another fight here. Your ball trades 1 for 1. They use... Yeah, they use everything. This is where you're like, team, wake up! This, so far, looks like higher than plat level. Like, so far you actually are a winner. But maybe it's time to swap. There are options to swap. Even though I don't even think Ashe is bad here. But now you're in double hit scan, which is kind of mediocre. And you died first.
That's fine, you died first. You did die first. We caught you.
You were just kind of exposed, right? What you should have done here is play behind the pillar, play corner. But you were so focused on you having that window that you just stood in the open and took it up the ass, you know? Like, yeah, you want to shoot through the window, but like, most important part is surviving. One fault of yours. It's how you get to those ults, how fast you get to those ults. You are very exposed right now. This is very risky, but you get the kill, so I won't complain. Nice dynamite. Actually got it off. Diana is standing still. 3 kills for you. Actually rolling. The Moira is 1. You could have killed her too. The Moira is still 1 there. You see the Moira? Kill the Moira. I don't know. That is early Bob. You actually just won the fight, right? I don't think you had to use that Bob. See, like, it doesn't get any... Oh, it actually got a kill in the end. I'm just saying, like, you want to wait until you can, like, safely get a kill with it, right? I know it's last fight territory. Yeah, I mean, you did really well. I think this all came down to, like, a few mistakes by your team. But I feel like if you keep up the same quality on attack, you should win. I don't know why you actually even decide to swap to Pharah here. I wouldn't even try to swap it up until you see that they, like, are countering you. But they're clearly not dealing with your Ashe properly, right? But if you keep up the same carries playstyle, sure. Okay, Sonic, you know where everyone is. You know where the Widow is. Good shots. Nice. Good pick out. You shouldn't die here. You almost died there because you fucked up the boob. Play slow here. You're up, right? Yeah, go for the kills, but only if you guarantee you won't die. That's gonna be frequently on the Ana. Probably. Yep. Nice. And now you just clean up. The only thing that matters is do not die. You should never die to that sim. She cannot reach you in the sky if you play properly. That was actually really risky by you, right? You keep... On Pharah, you actually... The only reason that was scary is because you didn't stay in the air properly. It didn't matter here, right? But what I'm saying is, if you want to carry, not dying is the most important factor. And I say that as a person that dies a lot, right? Is that a boob? Oh my god. How do you end up losing this? This is like by far better than the Tracer we watched the last time. Like the console Tracer. Which I think he was the same rank as you, right? He was like a plat player too. Alright. Easy pickoffs. Easy cleanings. You're playing the... I don't know why you're playing ground fire here. You go up. Up. Shift up. Up shift. Shift up. You kind of just forgot that you're a flying character for a second for no reason. The reason she stays alive so long is because she's usually far away from you in the sky, right behind cover. That was actually kind of on you. Imagine, like, nice pick. It's still really good. Okay, I would play inside the tree. Good barrage. Any barrage where you don't die is a good barrage. Good cleanups. I think. Yeah, good shots. If you want to keep on playing Pharah, fly into the sky and don't fly into the Cassidy's face. Died first, by the way. Okay, back to Ashe. Good call. I like that. It's really hard to get in on Pharah here. There's so much open ground you have to cover. And they are playing double hit scan, right? Now, maybe take high ground. You know they're all main. So, yeah. I would actually... What I would have done here... Okay, is go up here and jump into the window and take the high ground, right? If you play it correctly, you cannot die 1v2. If you have your Mercy with you and a Cassidy is pushing you or a soldier alone, you will win that. Instead, you walked main, which is also fine, but then you have to be aware of where their DPS are. And you were so focused on killing there that you forgot where their DPS are. And then you get punished for it, right? I don't know about the dynamite. But now you seem to have forgotten on attack. You kind of forgot your basics. That you really are down on defense. Right? Which is positioning. Alright? You bob, which means you know that you have space in the front. And now you hear your Life Weaver cast tree. You can literally play right here. You still have this cover. Or you can even walk up to the tree. If you walk a bit left, you have the healing and the overhealth from the tree. Do not underestimate overhealth. 300 HP is better than 200. Instead, you play like you... I don't know why you're grappling back. If you're scared of the visoring soldier, I think if you kept on playing left side and you juke around the tree, like, he's gonna die anyways. Like, he's getting shot by your bob, right? Yeah, he's dead right now. It's not the worst. You know, like, it's a very safe play.
What the dog doing?
I don't know why your Ana is in their spawn. Like, your Ana is completely out of position. Okay, you traded. Still winnable. As long as you live here. You have dynamite? Fat dynamite? Yes. Good. Okay, move up with your Holog. Move up with your Holog. Make sure your hog doesn't die to the Reaper. Nice shot. Oh, your Roadhog died. Good, good. Even if you end up like being up one at all times, they have such better positioning on defense and such faster respawns that it's really, really hard to capture. Alright, and you lose. I think you played really, really well for your rank. I do think you deserve a higher rank. He is a winner. This was your team holding you back. This was one of the worst matchmaking matchups that I've seen. I think your Ashe is very solid. I think you should have probably stayed Ashe the entire game because your Pharah is definitely weaker from what I've seen. If I can give you a few ideas, and I'm not saying they would have carried here, but on attack you had multiple options to go high ground on second point, right? Instead of playing very safe. And I get that your safe playstyle actually got you a lot of fight wins, right? But if you realize it doesn't work out, sometimes you have to try to swap it up. I'm not saying it would have worked. I think your team was lacking in a lot of departments. I'll rate you somewhere diamond, low to mid diamond. I think that's super realistic. That being said, like a player above that rank, right? If you want to improve more, if you want to get to Masters, GM eventually, they would have taken those aggressive angles. They would have taken those off angles. They would have taken those risks and they would have carried this game. It is your team. You don't suck. Congrats, man. Until next time. See you, friends. Bye-bye.
Overwatch matchmaking is trash. Fix Blizzard.